This election is so fucked up that it's got really quieted down, huh? After the last fucking debate, if that's what the fuck you want to call it. My big thing this year is I want to know, it's just fucking lose-lose. It's fucking lose-lose at the thing. And you know something, as much as I've been sitting here fucking saying, you know, Trump's a fucking racist and blah, 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 it's just like, well, you know, the Clintons are from Arkansas. So, you know, I don't think they're too fucking enlightened down there either, you know? I know I'm just fucking being stereotypical here, but give me a break. Old Bill and fucking Hillary, they grew up in Arkansas in like the 50s. You might want to go back and look at some of those fucking racist, you know, the racist people screaming at black people, kids going to school for the first time. You might want to try to pick her head out or something like that. Give me a fucking break. You're from Arkansas. I love that shit where just because you're a Democrat, that just means that, you know, that you're not homophobic, you're not racist, or I wear blue. I just don't fucking, or that if you're a Republican, then that automatically means that you want to bury babies in the backyard, you know, unless they're fucking blue-eyed white babies. You know what I mean? Like that whole fucking, you know, the corporations and all that. They're all fucking cunts. And you know how I know that? Because I'm a cunt too, and I'm somewhere in the middle. I like to think. I definitely lean more fucking left. But I'm also a contrarian, and now I live out here in Hollywood, and I just can't fucking deal with these people out here. And that it's driving me. I don't think it's driving me to the right. It's driving me to say things on the right just to fuck with these people. Like, I love trashing Hillary out here. It's one of my favorite fucking things to do. You know, last night I was fucking around on stage, and I was talking about that. I was talking about how, you know, well, Hillary's from fucking Arkansas, everybody. And they all kind of laughed. I go, you know, those fucking flyover states that you guys all shit on out here, you know? And, you know, of course it gets fucking, I don't know, whatever. You know what the big thing is on this ballot is? Wherever the fuck you live, more important than whether that orange-headed fucking racist cunt or that devil woman with her fucking issues, right? She lived in Arkansas in the 1950s. Jesus Christ. Right? Give me a fucking break. Or you know what the biggest fucking thing is? Sorry, I'm losing my train of thought here. Is all the props, the state propositions, you know? And this is what pisses me off. So I go to this website to try to figure out California's 17 ballot measure propositions explained. All right, and all they do is they sort of explain the thing, but what they don't have, what I cannot find, is all the bullshit that is attached to each one of these propositions. Like, this shit is so fucked up, and I do not understand why this is never addressed. Why on all these propositions, like no means yes, yes means no, and then there's a little bit of maybe in there. And then if you vote for the fucking shit, there's some other measure saying that, you know, yeah, it's okay to fucking stick a baby in a snowbank for fucking, you know, 13 hours until it freezes to death or whatever, however fucking long it would take, you know? I can't find anything that says all the shit that's attached to it. Why can't the fucking ballot just be the proposition just be written clearly so regular people understand it? Yes means yes, no means no, and there's nothing else attached to it. You know, like they'll say, all right, here we go. Proposition 51 allows the sales of $9 billion in bonds to pay for new kindergarten to 12th grade and community college facilities. The basics. Roughly 6 million students attend you know what the fuck it is. Proposition 51 wants to address the needs by allowing the sale of $9 billion in general obligation bonds to pay for buildings and modernizing K-12 and community college. It's the first school bond measure on the state ballot since 2006. It's unusual because it's sponsored by the building industry. Okay, right there. The fact that it's sponsored by the building industry means they're going to charge us up the fucking ass. And in the end, even though they get $9 billion, they're going to come in with the fucking tab of about $15 billion. And then they're going to be like, well, we already started it, so I guess we got to physically move some fucking shit from someplace else. Typically, the legislator would be the path for getting this kind of proposition on the ballot, but it hasn't been able to do so in recent years. Yeah, the fact that the building industry wants to do it, you already know this is crooked as shit. What you're voting on, about $7 billion, nearly 80, see, look at this shit. $7 billion would be allocated to the K-12 thing, and what, another $2 billion would be for the community college. I got to read all of this shit. Supporters include developers, builders, school board officials, and business groups. I don't like any of those people. All right? Supporters say, many of our schools need repairs and upgrades to make them safe for our children. That's very vague. Proposition 51 will improve education overall and help expand space at community colleges so more students can attend. Opponents say Prop 54 would add to the state debt, which is already more than $400 billion. How the fuck is California $400 billion in debt? Bond measures should be passed locally, giving communities control of how the money is spent. Ah, Jesus. I mean, do you feel any closer? All right, so there's one comment. Close the border, eliminate anchor baby citizenship, and reinstitute of all provisions of Proposition 187. And let's talk about building more schools. Sorry, I used to always vote yes on these. Now Sacramento has changed my vote. I always vote no on school bonds. Quid pro quo, baby. What does quid pro quo mean? Where the fuck is it? Quid pro quo meaning. I love that everybody else is as dumb as me. A favor or advantage granted or expected in return for something. That doesn't get me any close to understanding it. Quid pro quo. Jesus fucking Christ. What am I on Law and Order here? Quid pro quo means an exchange of goods or services where one transfer is contingent upon the other. English speakers often... Is this tit for tat? Yeah, Jesus fucking Christ. English speakers often use the term to mean a favor for a favor. Phrases with similar meanings would include give and take, tit for tat, and you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. Quid pro quo. I guess that's the fucking snooty way of saying that shit. Well, let's go back to close the borders here so I can try to figure out what his fucking point is. Oh, I get it. Close the fucking borders, and then I'll give money to this. All right, I see what the guy's saying. I don't know if it's right or not. All right, fuck politics. All right, you know what? I tried. I fucking tried.